Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to our Tuesday morning business growth insights. It is fantastic. Whoops, I've got noises being made on my computer, on my phone. Hang on. It's all happening. Oh, let me see that I am live. Just check that I'm live in the right place. Yep, yay. All right, good. We can see me. I can see that I'm live. I can see that some people are joining us. Guys, if you are joining us for our training this morning, say g'day in the comments. I'd love to feel like, you guys know I love feeling like we're all in the room together. So I'm not just talking to the little camera on my computer, because sometimes it's a little bit lonely in business, isn't it? Now, today, I really want to talk about some stuff that I don't think a lot of us discuss enough in business. And it's all about micro habits, which are small changes. They don't have to be big. So small changes that we can make in our business that are going to help bring in results in our business. And I have learned this over the years of being in business myself. I have learned that these small things that we're going to talk about today are more powerful than the bigger things that we put into practice. So I can see some people are jumping on. Hi, Sandy. How are you, lovely lady? Lovely to have you joining me. Hey, Parme, my beautiful VA. How are you? Gorgeous. So again, if you're jumping on live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, pop hashtag replay so I can come back and say good day. Okay, for those of you just quickly who don't know who I am, my name is Ali Sugars and I am the founder and the principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy, which you'll hear me talking a little bit about as we go on today in our training. And I love. I have a real passion for helping everyone in business to build, grow and scale and have incredible success with confidence. That's what it's all about, guys. And this is coming from a lady who 5-6 years ago had absolutely no confidence in myself whatsoever. And so the things that I'm going to talk about today, these, we'll call them micro habits or small habits. These are the things that I have personally implemented into my life over the years, especially the last 6 years, but over the last few years into my life to be able to be a success in business. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we are going to get going. So I'd love, as we go along today, I'd love you to, put in the comments, share your thoughts in the comments as to what we're talking about. So when we look at being in business, guys, and I've said this all the time and I take no shame in saying it again, is it takes a special kind of person, a special type of personality and a big determination to be a business owner. Let me know in the comments if you agree with that. If you're a business owner, even if you're considering being a business owner, let me know if you're hearing that and you go, it takes a special type of person to be in business, right? I've only just recently, in the last couple of years, come to realize that about myself as well as other people. Because being in business, right, and I had a message from someone last night, literally, she was saying, I'm all the things in my business, right? I'm the designer, the creator, the salesperson, the marketer, the bookkeeper, the organizer, blah, etc., everything. Okay, Sandy, you agree? Yeah, exactly. And so to stay in business, we need to keep ourselves motivated. And ultimately, of course, what do we want to do? To be in business and to stay in business, we have to get results, right? So this is what we're going to talk about today. The small changes that you can make that are going to bring in big results for your business, all right? Ready to go? Let's do it. So let's look at understanding micro habits as the building blocks of success, okay? Because I think what a lot of people do is we think about their habits as, like I mentioned, big things. I believe, really honestly, the smaller the habits that you start to implement, the better. Okay. So the definition of micro habits is tiny, actionable steps that are easy to implement daily. Now, really, when you read that, right, it's not rocket science, is it? Let's be honest. But we make these changes out to be that have to be huge. So what we're going to do is we're bringing it down and we're using the KISS method. Keep it simple, Simon. Keep it simple, sexy, whatever you want the second S to stand for, right? And take those small daily steps. The key is, and I don't know if you heard me just then, the key is don't just talk about them, do them. Okay, so you remember I put an emphasis on tiny actionable steps. So you have to action what you plan to do, right? So again, there's a science behind these steps, these small habits, right? Again, it's not rocket science still, right? Who's with me so far? So small habits, these small habits, and this is literally what's happened to me. These small habits that have become, they haven't been habits from the start. They've been things that, that I've implemented that have become habits, right? Because I've practiced them on a daily basis. And because I've done that on a daily basis, these things have formed into habits. They've compounded over time to create this big change in my self-belief, in my business success, and in everything that happens in my business, right? So I think I've said it clearly. I'm hoping I've said it clearly enough. Changes that we make, there are some big ones that we need to make, yes. But if you are overwhelmed, start with the small ones. And let me say that, excuse me, when I was, when I was recovering from a mental breakdown, the only way that I was going to move forward was with small steps. Because there was no way I could take those big steps that people were telling me I needed to take. And something as little as, and this might seem little, but it's actually not. It's actually quite a big thing for me. That's what helped me. One of the like I said, the smallest but the biggest things that I did was getting up in the morning at the same time every day. And I'll talk about more about that in a minute. So what I want to do now is I'm excited about this, because if you're not thinking that, this is something that you can easily do, trust me, you can, because I want to talk about successful entrepreneurs that you're all going to be familiar with, who are going to swear by these micro habits that they have implemented into their lives. Now, these might not necessarily be habits that you're going to bring into your life, or they might be, I don't know, it's up to you. But they have helped them, but they're not big things. So let's have a look. So Mel Robbins is one of I'm one of her biggest fans, right? I absolutely love Mel Robbins. And something that really hit hard with me when I started following Mel Robbins was her 5-second rule. And this is something as simple as when your alarm goes off in the morning, instead of pressing snooze, you count down from 5. You go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get out of bed. What happens is this, and this is the really basic science behind it, right? Is instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to get up, because you can keep counting up. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, I don't want to anymore. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nah, I'll press snooze button. So you kind of almost like talk yourself into staying in bed, right? But if you do the 5-second rule and you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, when you get to 0, there's nowhere else to go. I don't know about you, but I would feel guilty if I went -1, -2, and it's too hard. So when you get to 0 mentally, you go, I'm just going to jump out of bed. And that's what I started doing. When I started to implement this 5-second rule, this was what helped me get out of bed at the same time every morning. And so Mel Robbins, thank you, because you have helped me immensely, right? The next person is Tony Robbins. Now, Tony Robbins isn't necessarily someone that I follow. I don't really relate to Tony Robbins at all. However, I do have a massive respect for him because he starts, and this is something that I would never do, he starts every day by jumping into freezing cold water, right? That's not my personal choice. But look at the guy. It is clearly working for him. Now, while I think about this, I'm thinking it's probably not a small change or it's not a small thing, but it's an actionable habit that he has formed in his life every day. Is jumping into freezing cold water, right? I'll do it in the summer, maybe, but probably not all year round. Another person is Stephen King, right? Stephen King writes novels and they are brilliant. They're like bestsellers. Something that Stephen King does is he sits down at the same time every single day to write. And this, by doing and practicing this habit, it helps him get in the flow of writing because his brain, he's training his brain to say, whatever time it is, when I sit down at my desk at like 10 a.m. in the morning, that's my time to start writing. His brain is trained. It's forming a habit, right? Who's hearing me in this? I'd love to know. So this helps him really get into the flow of writing. The next person, Elon Musk, right? He's in the news a lot. So what Elon Musk does is he uses time blocking to manage his schedule. So what he does, the way he does it is he divides his day into 5-minute blocks so that he can maintain what he describes in his life as a high level of productivity. Now, for me, I wouldn't necessarily do 5-minute blocks. It wouldn't work for me, but it works for him. And this is the same with a lot of these micro habits, right? What works for some aren't going to work for others. Like the 5-second rule definitely works for me. Jumping into cold water, no, it's not going to work for me. Stephen King, like sitting down at my desk at the same time every morning, yes, that works for me. Dividing my day into 5-minute blocks, probably not. I do it a different way, which I'll talk about shortly. Oprah Winfrey. Who doesn't love a good dash of Oprah? I love it. Sandy, yes, I sit down at 3:30 and do posts. Beautiful. Awesome. That's a good micro habit to get into. Beautiful. And if that's when you're thinking the best, that's awesome. Hey, Kim, how are you, lovely? So Oprah, she sticks to a daily routine that suits her lifestyle, including in the morning, she practices daily spiritual exercises. Most of us know that Oprah has, quite a spiritual belief and background. And so she does these activities or these exercises on a daily basis, first thing in the morning to get her going. So you look at these 5 people. Okay, these aren't huge habits that they've created. Another thing that I remember Mel Robbins saying, she says it all the time, is get out of bed and make your bed. Once you've counted down that 5-second rule, don't jump out of bed and just leave it. Get out of bed and make your bed. And man, I tell you what, I'm going to admit something here, but I was never one to make the bed, right? I never was. I just leave it. I didn't care. But when I started to practice the habit of jumping out of bed, making my bed, it was just something in me that, how can I put it? It was like a pride in me that built over time, a pride in myself, a pride in my surroundings. And it just made me feel good. Now, you look at these 5 people here, right? Now, I'm going to say that, yes, they're very well-known people, but they're also people in our Heart and Soul Business Academy, right? The clients involved in our academy, the ones who have implemented small daily habits, as well as the ones that are practicing what we teach in the academy, absolutely. But these ones that are implementing these small daily habits that suit them, they're the ones who are really, really flying high and the ones that we can see clearly having the results. Right? This is the power of micro habits, guys. They can absolutely create big results. I would be curious, who of those on the screen, who of those 5 people do you follow? Or do you not follow any of them? Do you practice any of those habits? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Now, number 2 is identifying the micro habits for business growth. Okay, so time management is a big one, right? We just spoke about Elon Musk, who splits his time into 5-minute blocks. Okay, time blocking is really, really powerful. And it really does help you, as it says there, maximize productivity. The way I do time blocking, there's several different ways you can do it, but the way I do it during my day is I tend to work for about 40 to 50 minutes and then take a 5 to 10 minute break. So it's kind of like on an hour schedule, right? So I'll work for, say, 50 minutes and then I'll get up and I'll walk around and I'll make myself a cup of tea like I've got here in my new Heart and Soul Business Academy mug, by the way. Check it out. Excuse me while I take a sip. Oh, yeah, that's good peppermint tea. So I'll get up, I'll walk around, I'll do something around the house, or I'll go outside into nature. I'll have a break for 5 to 10 minutes. It takes my brain away from the computer, from what I'm doing. I just walk away, it refreshes my mind, and then I can come back for the next 40 to 50 minutes. And then I find myself able to focus every time I do that. Okay, so time blocking is powerful. How do you see yourself time blocking? There's other ways to do it, but we teach more of that in the Heart and Soul Business Academy as well. Continuous learning, guys, right? So I love this because continuous learning, guys, is the key to growth. And it doesn't need to take hours on end. Committing to reading or learning or watching something that's going to help you learn for 10 minutes a day. That's it. Yes, obviously, the more you do it, like the longer you do it for each day. So you might start off with 10 minutes and then you might go to an hour a day, building upon it all the time. This is what, and I hear a lot of people saying to this, if you are telling yourself that you don't have time to learn anything new, respectfully, I'm going to call BS, because every single one of us can find 10 minutes in a day. Once you put the kids to bed, get up before the kids get up, right? That's 10 minutes. But you can start creating that, you can start not creating, because we can't create time, but you can start using your time more wisely, if that makes sense, right? So that's right. Never stop learning. And this is something I never believed that I could learn more. I barely passed high school, always saw myself as not very smart, kept telling myself I was dumb and stupid. I'm actually quite the opposite. I'm a very intelligent person, and I didn't come to that belief until probably about 35, until I went into higher education. I got a couple of degrees, and here I am now running my own business. But I never believed that I was capable of learning at an older age. Well, I've definitely squashed that belief now. Okay, this is what I want to encourage you all. If you're telling yourself that you can't learn anything new, if you've got 10 minutes a day and you're choosing to learn something new for 10 minutes, then you've got it, whether it's reading a book, watching a video, doing a course, whatever it is. Okay. Networking, guys. Wow. Make it a habit. And I love doing this. So make it a habit to try and, meet a new person each week, whether it be online, whether it be offline, it doesn't matter. Whether it be talking, even, going up to a stranger in the supermarket. And if you can see that they're having trouble getting something off the shelf, go and have a chat with them, help them. And I remember it was a good few years ago now, and I love this. This really resonated with me. It was a brand new networking group here in Adelaide, and a guy and his wife said that they had a goal for the next 365 days to go and meet a new person each day. And they did it. And I love the fact that in that particular night, I was the person chosen that they were going to meet, and they took a photo with me and they put it up on their Instagram account and their Facebook and all their social medias. And I followed them for the next 365 days. And that is exactly what they did. They expanded their network by 365 people at least that year. As far as I know, they're still going. And this was a good 3 or 4 years ago. Expand your network, go out of your comfort zone. Yes. And sometimes we get used to sitting in our little comfort zone, don't we? Right. And I have to admit that has been me, sitting in my comfort zone here in my little office in Adelaide. And sometimes it's hard for me to get out and go and meet new people. I love meeting new people online because it's a lot easier. But sometimes, key to growth is putting into practice, going and meeting new people outside of my house. Right. So are you expanding your network? So some micro habits that we can implement for lasting results. Now, guys, like I've been saying all morning, start small. Choose one micro habit to focus on and build that momentum gradually. So it can be anything you like. It can be meditation, journaling, walking, reading that book, learning something new, right? When I started to implement, and it was more of a mindset thing for me personally to get myself into the mindset of being a business owner, right? I had to build on my daily routine. And the first thing that I started to do was choosing to get up at the same time every day, each morning, and treating my business like a job that I had to be at on time every day. Not treating it like a hobby where I was choosing to just sleep in until I could be bothered getting up out of bed. I chose, and I still do this every day. I've learned that my mind works best in the morning. So I get up at a certain time every morning. I go through my daily routine. I've built on it as I go. It's not just getting up every morning now. It's meditation, journaling, just sitting quietly in the silence for a bit, having a shower, and then sitting down at my desk at the same time every morning. That's what they are. All micro habits that have compounded over the years to help me be successful. Like I said at the start, none of this is rocket science, guys, but are you putting these things into practice? Tracking your progress, guys, right? There's simple tools that we can use. There's apps. We've got apps for everything these days to help you monitor your daily habit, right? We all know the Fitbit, right? That can help you monitor your sleep. It can help you monitor your exercise, your steps for the day. There's calorie counting apps that help you monitor what you put in your body, right? There's also apps that you can get like habit trackers now. I don't personally use one of these. And, when I was putting this presentation together, I thought, well, maybe I should do that, right? But honestly, there's an app for everything. So track your progress. It's not to make you feel guilty, it's to help you improve. Continuous improvement, right? So I'm going to put some accountability for myself out there right now. I'm going to find a good habit tracker app, and I'm going to download it today, and I am going to use it to see how I'm going. Because we all fall out of those, we develop habits, but there are things that, we fall out of the habit and we have to bring ourselves back into the habit again. Who's done that? I have. I will admit it. So think about a habit tracker app or, whatever kind of app that can help you. So track your progress. This helps keep you motivated, right? One of the 4 pillars I teach on. Yes, it's mindset, but it's keeping yourself motivated in life and in business as well. Small progress is still a progress. That's right, Palme. I love it. Guys, we don't do this enough. Celebrate our wins. Recognize and reward yourself for being consistent. It doesn't matter what the achievement is, if it's large or small, right? Always congratulate yourself and celebrate. And absolutely reward yourself, right? Part of the celebration is rewarding yourself. Now, I do this often, right? We, not only do we celebrate in our team a lot, right? You know, when we book a call, we book a sales call, we celebrate. When we make, it doesn't matter, a big sale or a small sale, we celebrate. When we have finished putting a new course together, we celebrate everything, okay? And something that I have learnt to do personally is to reward myself, something that also I do not think we do enough. How do I reward myself? Sometimes I go out and I do a little bit of online shopping, right? Go out, I sit on my couch and do a little bit of online shopping, or I get a treat myself to a new look haircut, or go try that new cafe I've been wanting to check out for a little while. I actually did that last week. I had a great week of sales and I went out and had a coffee with a dear friend at a brand new cafe that I'd been checking out for ages and I'd wanted to try it, and we went out and we had a beautiful time, and that was me rewarding myself. So it doesn't matter what the reward is, as long as it's something that's, I believe, special to you, right? That you're going to feel that you're spoiling yourself and you're celebrating your achievements. Because I just think that that's something that we don't celebrate ourselves enough, and we don't reward ourselves enough. That's one more step that we can take, right? And in Heart and Soul Business Academy, we love celebrating each other's achievements. Whether it's, we're celebrating new daily habits, overcoming a difficult situation, whether it's someone's had some great sales or they've got a new client, we love to celebrate. The Heart and Soul Business Academy, guys, is not just a course that teaches you how to be successful in business. And of course, that's what it is, yes. But we are a family who supports each other. We help each other celebrate. We're a networking, networking opportunity, getting to know each other, as we do love to celebrate, don't we, Parme? We absolutely love it. There's nothing as fun as celebrating each other's, not only our own achievements, but each other's achievements as well. And so if you've watched this, if you go, yeah, I want, these micro habits, they sound pretty cool. But if you want to go deeper into not only the mindset stuff, but the keeping yourself motivated, learning marketing strategies, proven marketing strategies, and keeping that fantastic momentum going, I would love to have a chat with you about the Heart and Soul Business Academy. We've got heaps of content, up-to-date strategies, really easy to access whenever you like. Pop the word academy below and we will be in touch with you to just jump on with me in Zoom. I want to learn about you and your business, more importantly. And then, if you're open, I'll let you know all about the Heart and Soul Business Academy. Keeping in mind too that something that we have, I'm so proud of this, brought into the Academy, is that every single new client we get, 5% of all proceeds are donated to Rise Up Australia, which is a charity that supports people experiencing family and domestic violence, something that is very, very close to my heart. And I'm very proud that we could do that. This is brand new. We've brought this into practice over the last couple of months, and I'm so thrilled to be doing that. So again, if you want to have a chat with me, pop the word academy below and we will be in touch. Guys, I really sincerely hope that, this morning has helped you, and, you're thinking about those micro habits that are really going to help you in business, right? If you haven't yet started to do this, I want to encourage you to start now. It's never too late to start, guys. I didn't start practicing all this stuff until really it's probably like 2020. She loved my mug. I know. How cool is it? It's Heart and Soul Business Academy mug. Sorry, I've just got to check it out. I only got them in the mail yesterday. Look, so cool. If you want one, let me know. I'll show you how to tell you how to get it. But what I want to say is it's not rocket science with these micro habits, guys. I really only started implementing these sincerely on a daily basis. I would say 2018 to 2020 was when I really started building on it. And now they're habits. This is what I do every day. And this is how I remain motivated, how I remain successful in business, and how I can keep going even on those crappy days is with these micro habits that are bringing in big results, guys. And I want that for you as well. So I hope to talk to you in a call about the Heart and Soul Business Academy, Pop Academy in the comments if you would like to do that. I hope you've enjoyed this training, guys. I will see you again next week. Have a fantastic week and stay happy. Bye.